Kia ora, hello and welcome. My name is Karen Hunter, astrologer and musician living in Aotearoa. You're listening to episode 6 of Astro Musical Interventions, a podcast dedicated to expansive openings for the heart and mind through an astrological lens. The soundscape accompanying this episode was recorded a week ago here in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, New Zealand. We have a new moon this week on Friday, July 25th at 7:11 local time. And the chart for the new moon is really interesting. When a collection of aspects are mathematically arranged in a particular formation, they create an energy into themselves, something like a sacred geometry. This new moon sees one such aspect shape thrown into the wheel of the zodiac, looking just like the string game kids play on their fingers to create the shape of a cradle. The wheel of the zodiac is halved by an opposition, and this is a 180-degree aspect. And this is where all the tension and points of balance and reckoning occur. Two additional planets form perfect 60-degree sextiles, bridging the opposition on one side, while two 120-degree trines are also formed from one side of the opposition to each of the sextiles, invoking a sense of structural integrity, something like a basket or a container, a cradle, a trapeze. It has various names, but the idea is the energy is contained within a structure. At the moment of the upcoming Leo new moon, we have the three transpersonal planets, which are the furthest ones, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, and then the furthest of the social planets, Saturn, and they together form this cradle. Each of these planets are in the very first degrees of the yang elements of fire and air. So this is if you use the lens of tropical astrology. There are choices about how you view the placements of the planets, and not everybody sees things using tropical astrology, but the majority do. And the shape will be the same using another system. It just may be in different signs. But using tropical astrology, we have this shape forming in the masculine signs. They've all recently come from yin, feminine elements, water and earth. Most of them are retrograde at the moment and are presently heading back to their previous signs this year. So this is a dynamic situation, which really gives us some insights into various points of balance and stability. And I think we will all agree that balance and stability are a welcome addition to the present mix of energies we are dealing with as a global community at the moment. At the moment of the new moon, from the local perspective here in Auckland, the cradle will be upside down. I see this as indicating that things which have been comfortably hidden, becoming exposed and transparent. It's not going to be so easy to contain the information or the resources or the plans behind closed doors. Transparency is implied. Being able to view things which we have not been able to view. Things falling out of the mystery and into plain sight into the area of the chart which is more personal. There is a karmic quality to what's being revealed. What I mean by this is there is a sense of things being perfect in both process and content. It may not be comfortable, but at least there is more clarity than usual. If we can see it, we can work with it. The challenge in this configuration is the opposition connecting the Sun and the Moon, conjunct at 2 degrees of Leo, with Pluto at 2 degrees of Aquarius. Leo and Aquarius oppose each other in the chart. And in order to create a new moon, the Sun and the Moon are always conjunct at this point in the monthly cycle. So the harmonious trines and the easeful sextiles are between Saturn and Neptune, who are together, and Uranus. And these harmonious trines and sextiles offer support and stability to the oppositions. The tension is between Leo and Aquarius in this axis in both your personal chart and the chart of the world. This is like the leader and the people, the power of one and the power of many. There is a shadow and a light to every sign. We can think of the shadow side of Leo as being self-serving, and the light side of Aquarius as being more social-minded, more humanitarian, and more involving large groups of people. Though we could also look at it that the positive side of Leo is the healthy expression of individuality and generosity and courage, whereas the shadow side of Aquarius, where Pluto is sitting, could refer more to control large groups of people. These two fixed signs are renowned for holding strong opinions, representing the tension that exists between the powerful self-possessed individual's needs and that of the group, the wider network, the people. We are moving into a time where meeting the needs of the people is becoming less and less a priority for some of the governments of the world. And we can see more and more self-serving styles of leadership emerging. The division between those parts of society with access to unfettered wealth and those who live very modestly and very frugally, only just meeting their needs, has become brazenly cartoonish. There are many stories parading abuses of power in our feeds, particularly with Pluto, representative of Hades, the god of the underworld, and this archetype prevails over hidden power and wealth. So Leo is brave and courageous, innocent, and holds the joy of the inner child, guided by the light of the sun. It's the job of Leo to shine. Even in the darkness of a new moon, the vibrant energy of Leo can do its work, though it may not be so obvious.
And may all sisters know that they are strong. And may all daughters know that they are worthy.
2 degrees of Leo speaks to putting value on your inner self, not on how you appear to others. Authenticity and resilience, generosity, courage. The dark of the moon cycle creates a void of light and a gradual emergence from under the control of invisible oppression.
May all brothers know that they are strong.
There is a sense of information being spilt out into the public view about many different things, but particularly many variations of information pertaining to hidden privilege. I'll leave it to you to explore the news feeds of your choosing. This signature archetype is everywhere, regardless of your political affiliations.
Hey, 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 hey.
How could this appear in our own lives from a personal, psychological perspective? You might like to listen to this through the lens of your rising sign, or the placement of your sun or moon, or even just listen to the 12. They're not all that long, just to get a feel for not just your own manifestation of the new moon, but that of your family, friends, lovers, children, and the people in your community.
And may all sisters know that they are strong. And may all daughters know that they are worthy.
When we put Leo in the first house, the energy contained within the needs of the social sphere filters down to the personal sphere of our lives. Challenges come from significant others, partners, and important professional colleagues or known doubters. You may receive a challenge that you need to rise and face from a loved one. It's important to remember you are supported by your community and by your networks, and if you ask for help, you will find it. Cancer in the first house sees an awakening is required with regard to the way personal resources are merged with partnerships, families, and combined resources. Fears of not having enough resources must be faced and addressed, breathed through, and action taken if necessary. Something is brewing in the depths of your mind that will take some time to manifest, but will surprise you when it does. Some discomfort from the community you're a part of is passing, and there are learnings to integrate. Gemini in the first place, the challenges emerge between the mundane sphere of life and higher spiritual beliefs. Members of the extended family or the local community may be involved, either as allies or truth speakers or both. You may be challenged by a spiritual advisor or from someone overseas. There is enough of everything you need for a fulfilling life. Taurus in the first, playing your cards so close to your chest may create a situation where people don't know who you really are or how you really feel about something. You may be challenged to share more deeply than usual, and by doing so, you can increase your professional visibility and viability. Your ability to communicate has really developed recently, and you are finding ways to speak up and be counted. Aries in the first place, use your leadership skills to balance the areas of personal and communal pleasure. You may feel a need to step into your power in a creative fashion and use your imagination to bring some joy to the community. Offer your creative ideas to the collective. And remember, you're enough just as you are. With Pisces in the first place, you're holding a lot of energy inside, thinking and planning, feeling and analysing. This inner focus and sense of contentment could be challenged by a need to participate in the world. You find yourself needing to be accountable for the way you are showing up. You have to work smart rather than hard to realise your dreams work. And then, time for play. Aquarius in the first place, the eggs you've been sitting on need to hatch and fly out of the nest. This is a great time for manifesting on the material plane, including healing any lingering health issues. You might find yourself needing to vent some steam in the process. Remember to count to 10, measure your motives, so you meet less resistance from others. Capricorn in the first place, it's time to let go and trust that all the careful work you've put in will come to something. You can only control so much, and then you float in the mystery. Where do you end and the other begin? More trust and less resistance becomes like breathing in and out. It's a rhythm. Score yourself on how much you can release instead of how much you can hold on to. Sagittarius in the first, you're planting seeds of faith and intention. Your spirituality is blossoming. Can you feel it becoming more and more tangible? The mundane parts of your life are undergoing a massive transformation. It might feel like breaking out of a tight skin or a chrysalis. You feel safe to explore the darker parts of your psyche. You may also feel safe to take others with you. Scorpio, separating your home life from your work life and vice versa is a bit impossible at the moment. You might find yourself planning an adventure or going on a retreat, especially if you find yourself needing to go back to re-examine something that you thought was sorted. An unusual solution drops in from out of the mystery. Get ready to catch it. Libra, the good of the one is the good of the many. You are the expert of balance, and right now you can use your skills to bring justice to a group decision. Partners may disagree with your views, but you can see further and wider than most. You've got this. Trust yourself. Virgo, all work and no play may have been your motto once upon a time, but things have changed. You've run out of room to hold any new responsibilities, and there is movement in the career section of your chart. It's not going away, it's just changing. Embrace the changes and reap the energy of excitement. You have a great network, a lot of contacts. Use them. If you've listened to the whole 12, you might find that this diamond, this 12-sided diamond, makes up aspects of your own life and aspects of those around you There will be gems there that will drop for each of you. You will hear what you need to hear. Thank you for listening. I wish you a beautiful Leo new moon and a wonderful opportunity to drop down through the balsamic phases into the dark of the cycle and reimagine your life in the most beneficial way. If you're interested in a personal one-to-one astrology reading or a music lesson or information on my future sound journeys, astrology workshops, singing workshops, and other activities, you can find me through the link in the show notes or my website, karenhunter.com.